colors, the Army, the Navy. I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. A strong running. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Hundley. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossen. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Throwing, Hundley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
First down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year. And he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hundley steps away. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
They'll run with ETN.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Tua now running right on the option. And
he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Tua going to run again. Now Mostert off the read option, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Room to run again. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Back to throw now on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. And it's a fumble. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From midfield, here's Tua. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They'll try it now with Mostert. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there just before halftime.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, But still, 3 interceptions, that puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
But I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running right on the option is Tua. They run with Mostert off the option. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Away is Sanders. To return, here's Agnew. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's Hill, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. And he's out right at the 25. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Robinson is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this, a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll swing this complete out to Hill.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete, and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch twitch. Watch the He's checking.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hundley finds his tight end Ingram. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll get that underneath ETN. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hundley, that's caught on the left side by Kirk. And some room to work. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. ETN will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On the ground with a tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 76 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This is Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there.